Hey there, Louis from Savvy Digital, and today we're going to be going through keyword match types within Google Ads. We're going to be talking about why they are important, what you need to know about them, and why newbies always mess up their first campaign by ignoring these factors. So starting off, what is a keyword match type? So basically it allows you to dictate how closely the keyword needs to match with the user search query so that the ad can be considered for the auction. For example, you could use a broad match keyword type to actually serve your ad on a wider variety of user searches. Alternatively, you could use the exact match function to hone in on specific user searches. So let's look at the three types of keyword match types that you can use and why you would want to use each one of them. Starting off with broad match. So as you can see, when we use broad match, we use no symbol alongside the keyword itself. For example, for phrase match, we use a parentheses, and then for exact match, we use a square brackets, and that allows Google to pick up on what we want the keyword to be in terms of its match type. So if we take in this infographic the example keyword of tennis shoes and use it as a broad match, you can see here in terms of the search terms, it will appear for the keyword itself or large variations of that keyword, including close variants. So you can see what classifies as close variants. That includes misspellings, singular and plural forms, abbreviations, synonyms, acronyms, stemmings, implied terms, paraphrases, and the same meaning of that phrase or keyword. So in this example, you can see the example search might be socks for running, and it would still appear with tennis shoes. The reason this might be good is because if you're trying to build brand awareness for your store, if it's an e-commerce store, for example, that works great. If you just want eyes on your website so you can kind of nurture them, bring them to your website and let them search around for similar items or that exact item, it's a great use of a keyword in that sense. It also, when you actually pull up the search terms report, can give you ideas about other keywords that you might not have considered. The thing is with that, with broad match, it can open up to, sort of interpretations or, search terms that completely miss entirely what service or product you are selling. So again, here, for example, socks for running does not apply in many ways to tennis shoes if you're trying to sell tennis shoes and only tennis shoes. So it's something you need to consider when you're running your ads. But the thing is, with broad match, it does result in cheaper clicks because you don't have exact matches set up where they don't have to narrow it down so much, and allows you to bid for search terms that might be less competitive. Moving along the line, you can see we have phrase match next. So phrase match basically allows you to hone down a bit further from broad match, and that means you use a parentheses to do so when it comes to the keyword. So you add one either side of the keyword itself, and it will result looking like this. So you can see tennis shoes here with the little speech bubbles outside of it. And what this results for in terms of the search results is you have keywords with the actual small variations or close variants. So an example search for this again would be best shoes for playing tennis. So as you can see, it is an entire phrase that includes both the words tennis and shoes, but it's applied in a slightly different way. So it kind of interprets using Google's algorithm what the sort of intent of the search is and matches it up with the keywords that you selected. This again can be amazingly useful to think of keywords that you might not have thought of that relate to the product or service that you're trying to target for. The last one we have here hones down completely, and that is exact match. So what exact match does when you use these closed brackets is basically narrow it down to only the keyword or those close variants. So it might be synonyms or things that mean the exact same thing as that keyword, and it can be the keyword itself only. So this is great for narrowing down to an exact product. If you're a retailer, for example, if you have a model number for like a power tool or a specific type of tennis shoe, it is great for doing that because it can get you incredible conversion rates. When people search for exact model or product and they find exactly what they're looking for, sometimes it can be an absolute done deal. So the example search in this case is going to be tennis shoes exactly, and that is an example of a search term that would come with an exact match example keyword of tennis shoes. So, like I said, there are three different match types that can be used in different scenarios depending on the goal of your business and the ad group itself, and it's something to consider when setting up those Google ad campaigns. Like I said, the biggest mistake that newbies make is they don't use match types at all. They keep it on the broad match, which is the default one, as you can see, because it has no symbols, and it'll open up your search to a wide amount of people and search terms, and obviously that is why you can get bad quality leads. If you're a service-based business and you're not using phrase match or exact match, you're going to get a wide range of calls, leads, and different things because it's not narrowed down. Same thing if you're trying to sell tennis shoes and only tennis shoes and you use Broadmatch. If you get socks for running, it's no good for anyone. You're just wasting your clicks. So I hope that gives you something to think about when using your Google Ads and setting them up for the first time. If you want some more tips on how to set up Google Ads and optimize them, click the video on the screen now, subscribe to the channel for more content, and like the video if you enjoyed.